Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. With Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Loop to get us started. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Yellow. Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10.
Oh, Nanny gonna celebrate. All right, bitch.
Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. And Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
I mean, playing with the fucking Chiefs. I mean...
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now the first carry for King Henry. And you'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. It was Jalen Watson who got him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Raven first down.
Here's how to even have that.
These are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. But the defense quick to read this. They bust in, drop him before he can take that shot downfield. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's got his tight end likely downfield. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Jackson looking to throw. Out quickly to Flowers. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A 6-yard pickup.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody. And they go with the RPO there in the hopes of making something happen after the catch. So often you can kind of run your receiver through those voided zones and come out the backside. I just didn't love the timing. I think you got to just let that play develop a little bit longer and not be in such a hurry.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Open man downfield. It's Kelsey.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. It's a gain of 32.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Marlon Humphrey is there to bring him down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. That's complete left side to Worthy. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
And our Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A first set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Yellow.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Exiting the pocket, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the mass from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. Forced out left. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is caught. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. His second touchdown of this first half. Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. That's going to be caught.
Fuck out of here.
A couple more points, and they add to their lead. So now it's Buster following the touchdown to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Jackson now to throw on first down. And that ball
What the fuck, man?
DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll be second down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Third down and 3. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to run, and he's going to grab the Ravens' first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Open man downfield, it is Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 37 yards. A first down throw for Jackson. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They go play action with Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
Fucking kidding me.
Marked down at the 15-yard line. Now timeout signal before, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
50 yards. First down, Chiefs.
The throw is Mahomes. He'll check that down.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He will get into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation.
You go for two on every fucking play. What a bitch.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Hot pass in the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Open right side is likely. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Pass caught left side by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag
I'll get
on
the
the field. And let's see what caused it.
Hey, come on. Come on. Hey, shot. Yo. Shot.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. This one.
How the fuck do you keep dropping the pass?
Right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A throw left side, but it's
Fucking Lamar, man.
Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
3rd and long for Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will go all the way. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes.
Thank you.
Intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
And now you get the pick six, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for two.
13.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. He's got a man. Take it in for two. And we are all tied here in the third quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Draymond Jones able to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Mahomes on 2nd down. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice.
Oh, what now, bitch? What? What?
Force the turnover. They'll take over at their own.
Oh, what now, bitch?
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And penalty brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
I don't fucking...
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
Open man is Bateman. He's got him. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Baltimore.
At the 14-yard line.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now Lamar hang on to it. The defense not biting. They stay at home. They tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat. He does the rest.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. 1st and goal, and it's Henry. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point is good, and the Ravens will go up by 7.
Ravens 31, Chiefs 24.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. This is 1st and 10. A run with Pacheco. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw, moving outside the pocket. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Stafford. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short game.
And Williams is going to be He stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
On fourth down, Stafford. He's got his target.
What the fuck are y'all just standing there for?
But he does have first down yardage. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it, the word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at the game nowadays, but it's not just analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Here's Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. Well, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Just need a yard here, second and 1. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Down the right sideline. He is out of bounds inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10. Down at the 33. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he knocks him a bit off. A pretty decent game.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Rams' 27-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a second and 4 coming up. quickly to Worthy. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Pacheco. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4. It'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Xavier Worthy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He'll let this go for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Stafford now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.